This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and it's time to do another month review. This time, August. Made a bunch of stuff. We started it with the cup holder, but that was a gift and it's already been given away, and I don't have that to show. It is what it is. But you can go back, you can check out the video. It was pretty cool. After that, I did a couple patterns. One where it was a candy stripe underneath it, and then this one which was a chevron that changes directions halfway through. And obviously I went for the one that I thought would be more interesting. And yeah, this thing, it's definitely interesting. Now, I can say that there was somebody who follows me who tried to do the same thing, but they did it with different string, and I don't know exactly what they were using, but if they had stopped where mine stopped, it would have been a very short bracelet because their string was much thinner than mine. It's also possible that they didn't double their floss, but whatever it came down to, it was a much smaller bracelet, and then they had to add on to it so it didn't have the perfect kind of crossing thing in the middle of it. It still turned out amazing. You know, they went for it. They continued it on. It looked really cool. But that's kind of goes towards that whole, when I plan out my patterns, it's planned to the length that I know that my bracelets are. So if you want to plan out your bracelets the same way that I do, you're gonna have to figure out like how many knots are there from the top to the bottom. That's just a thing. So there was that one. The next one was so after that, it started, we went into the whole blindsided creation. So yeah, these got a little bit interesting, and you know, trying to do stuff different, and not always, they weren't all different, but you know, like this one I don't think was much of a change from the original. This was pattern 92285, and yeah, it's kind of cool. It's definitely in that realm of not something I would have probably chosen myself, mostly because it doesn't have that symmetry that I really enjoy, but that's okay because it's not so bad. It's a neat looking bracelet, actually. All right, the next one was this one, and this was 104685, and yeah, I think this one turned out actually pretty cool. I like it. It's a bit different, but it has symmetry. It has a lot of stuff going for it. It's not bad. I have no idea why any of these were actually chosen for me. I haven't asked, and that's okay. So this one, we definitely did something different because it mirrors right here in the middle. That's why these kind of split off to the sides, and then et cetera, et cetera. But this one really kind of has my attention as a possibility of doing something for a bag. I kind of like how the pop of color and the diamonds, and then going off to one side, and then the other color going off to this side. There's something about this that is definitely has me intrigued, and I think that I do want to try playing with this one and possibly just see where I could take it as far as patterns go. So yeah, this is one of those cases where a blindside creation might lead to a series or something bigger. So kind of fun. Okay, wait, this is the next one. Wait, did I mention that this one was 144728? I should have done that. This one. So this is pretty cool. This one has the buttonholes in it, which not really fond of wearing bracelets like that have the buttonhole, just because they tend to feel like they get snagged on stuff. This was, wait, by the way, 28794. So it's got buttonholes on both ends, but I kept it really nice and tight so you don't really see it so much. And then the inside just got kind of interesting. I like the way that the white kind of went around this almost an arrowhead-ish design, like chevrons, that kept these colors sort of cycling through in the middles there. I think that was really cool. And this definitely has some potential for doing some more things with it as well. So that was fun. Next we have this, which I don't know if that's like a C or a U or what, but they kind of cycle through in different angles, and it's really fun. Yeah, a little bit wider than some of the bracelets I normally do, but that gives enough space to actually do some interesting things with it. So this was a lot of fun. This was pattern 95338. So yeah, definitely a lot of fun. And next we have this one. This was 134654, and this one I definitely played with the pattern a lot. So we had these like an X and these figure eights, and then I added more figure eights in the lighter color, and just kind of went off the script a bit and tried something different and fun. And I gotta say, I like the way it turned out. This is a lot of fun. I like this one. I probably like all my bracelets. I don't know why I always like mention the fact that I do like it, but if I don't, I will let you know. Like, there's the potential for hating something. This one, this is really cool. As I was making it, I was not as fond of it because I felt like nothing really got changed a whole lot. But then after it was done and I pulled it off the clipboard and took a good look at it, I noticed that these two dark rows, and then there's the light ones out here and then dark ones, kind of reminded me of tire tracks in the snow. And I love that. I think it's really fun. I like the fact that because I thought when I centered it that I made it so that way it was just like the pattern, but that's not true. It flipped from right in the middle of this, and that's why you have the two darks side by side, and then you have the two lights after that. And yeah, this was like an unexpected pleasure, and I really do like this one. I think this is pretty easy to do. So yeah, if you're a beginner and you want something that's kind of fun, this one or the next one, because this too this is nothing like the pattern that was given to me. The pattern that was given to me, that one I hated. That one I just didn't care for it, and I was like, but it inspired me that we could do an easier version of it. And basically it's like a candy stripe to this direction and then kind of coming back, and you can kind of, because this was variegated plus, you can see we came through this direction, and then this came this way, and then this came this way, right? You can see the direction with the lines, which made this one, this was super easy. There was no backward and forward knots. The trickiest part is just kind of getting the spirals in here. But if you're a beginner that's feeling a little bit confident and you really want to try your stuff, this is a cool one, and it's a good looking bracelet. A lot of fun. I don't know that I would recommend the variegated stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it would hide how the pattern worked if you used a solid color. I don't know. I felt like that might be kind of fun to give it a try, kind of show you what happens when you put in a bit of random into something where they're not singled out to a single row, because those are the ones that I think, like if you have a solid, variegated, and then a solid, it can change all it wants to. Those solids keep it in track of like how it would look and how that turns out. I think those tend to look a lot better. This kind of tells the story of which way the strings are going, which again can be cool if that's what you like. It's also the whole things are subjective. Like what you like might not be what everybody else likes, and it's okay. Not everybody has to like everything. So, but yeah, kind of fun. There's all of our August stuff. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you to my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members who are making all this stuff possible. I go through a lot of floss. I just kind of realized here in the last couple months, we went through almost 150 skeins. So yeah, kind of a thing. And they help make all that stuff possible. So thank you guys very, very much. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.